Okay, and we're rolling again on the last hive. Whew. Where should I put this stand? Behind? Or in front here?
Put it in front there.
I'm going to see if I can get my left hand stung with my arthritis medicine here.
Oh, this one. Oh, this one looks really strong.
Okay.
I'm not even going to bother to examine this one. I'm just going to feed it. It's already starting to.
I got it.
Look at that. This one is really doing nicely. Well, I'm going to feed it with this. I've never used this feeder
Here, wait a
before.
second. I want to come with this so you can see a lot of bees in the.
Let me see if I can get a frame out of here. See if they're even moved up here with the brooding, with the breeding or not.
A lot of bees on there. Don't see
No
any.
brood, no brood yet. But it's this is really a nice colony.
And the brood might be in the lower box.
That you wouldn't have this many bees up here if there were no brood down below. This is the feeder I want to use. I have yet to use this one, but there's real advantages to this one. See, the bees come up here and they sit on here and they don't drown. At least that's the theory.
That looks like a queen excluder, only a little narrower. So this is really a bee excluder, so they can't get down into the syrup?
No, it's so they, yeah, well, the idea is the bees stand on here and suck the syrup and go down through here, come up and go down through here. And they don't drown because they stand on these platforms. But that's what the advertisers tell you. But you have your inboard feeders, which are supposed to never drown, and I've caught the bees drowning, you know, maybe 10 or 12 of them at a feeding, which is not very many.
Now, do these float then?
Yeah, it'll float up. And
so the box here, this has to be watertight.
It is, hopefully.
Oh, it feels like it's been painted with something smooth.
That I don't know. But I've had it probably 6-7 years, and I haven't used it, so it may leak.
We'll find out.
But what's nice about this is the problem I had in the fall was I fed them heavy syrup, and some of it granulated, and the bees couldn't get at it, and they starved out. That would not happen with this. That goes my pickup.
Oh, I thought.
No, that's not syrup.
Oh, okay.
That's all the sugar boy. The syrup's in the other container.
blocks yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I guess. And I think I realized that they're making cinder blocks heavier than they used to.
Well,
At least it felt that way.
There's always been different levels of cinder blocks. Some of them extremely dense and heavy. And
actually, I think it's just because I'm getting a little older, Joe. Okay, so just pour this in
right in there. Just pour it right on in. I think it holds about 2 gallons. So, like I said, the advantage is that when you feed them in the fall with heavy syrup, they can take the syrup out.
I want to see if I can get a little closer up shot while I'm pouring it in. This is not a professional video.
I'd be anxious to see what you've done when you get it developed. Do you even develop them anymore?
Oh no, you just load it onto YouTube and
see, all that stuff is, I've never looked into it at all.
Okay, so, and there is just a little debris in here, but
that's
not,
all right.
not much.
The reason there's debris in there is I put the bags of sugar in there with water, and then I took out the paper after it made syrup. If you can get it all in there, that's fine. If not, yeah. There's a definite advantage to these things. They're a little more expensive, but for fall feeding.
That's right up. I can't put any more in.
That's all right. That's
side.
good. That's good enough, Mark. That's good enough. It's fine.
Yeah, we can't quite get it all in.
Bees will be great. Bees will be grateful for what you've done. Usually, as soon as you do something like this, you find the bees just swarming out, and they just get so excited, they just swarm out of the place. I haven't seen that yet.
Wake up in there. Come on, I got an empty hand here to sting.
I think Tony Sandoval gave this to me. He was rather generous to me because I used to help out so much at the bee club. I'm sure if we would have done this first thing, that by the time we were getting ready to leave now, there'd be a lot of bees up here. Well, why don't you put that
Let's see,
that inner cover
this go
on.
on next or this one?
No, that one there, and then we might just as well close this thing up, and everything else we can just store here. Because
okay, so I've lost track. What goes
okay.
on?
No, I'm gonna store the rest of this stuff, and I'm looking for a place to store it. Probably over here.
So you want just the outer cover on top next?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
one?
yeah. Actually, I can probably store it all this stuff right here, because I won't be using this one until I get around to having some queens.
Definitely flying around here.
Well, that's what they usually do when you feed them. They get really, really excited.
And these that are going in this top entrance, they're going to go right into that syrupy area.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one of the problems that you do have sometimes is robbing. If some other colony comes in and just robs it. But
get a free meal.
But I wouldn't worry about that because
they're all family here.
There's plenty of nectar. Robbing isn't so important now as it is in August. Or in August, they'll tear anything apart. I think I've got a telescoping cover in my car. Better put some of this stuff together here. Well, I think we're finished, Mark.
Okay. You want to take all this sugar board home with you?
Yeah, I'm going to take it home with me and just stick it in water for a few days. It'll turn to liquid.
Should I put that stop sign flatter on the ground?
That's fine right there. See, I gave that Jeremiah's. Okay. Well, let's see, we didn't get any more nukes built, but what we got built is really good. Well, now we'll see what happens to our queens.
I hear bees in the sugar board here, but they're not coming out. Oof, it's getting steamy.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one of these out.
Oh, you just put it right here. Well, I've got a telescoping cover there, but it doesn't. What does that go? I said, go over there. Okay, there's one over there. I better seal up. I'm afraid those darn mice could get in there. Better seal it up. Up those two holes with the bolts because I just don't want to have mice get in there. I think not so bad if they start chewing up those divisions. Stink everything that get into it. It's really nice. It's really harmful if they chew up that membrane between the two. That's right. If they can eat away. Yeah. That's fine. I found out it's easier if I store all the bolts there. Take them home and have to find them again.
Little ants, big ants and little ants.
That's okay. This thing should go under here. When I'm feeding it, it's one way, but this is fine. Just let it there. I do notice that more bees come out this side than this side here. Yeah, they're doing all right here now, but whenever I think you have to do, I want bees to come out this side here. This is really, couldn't want much better. This is good here. Sometimes I'm doing here absolutely no bird cells at all. Works out fine now. The only thing I have every frame. back over to the board.
We've got most of it back by the truck.
That one.
You want this one?
Yeah, I was going to say, oh, that's show. That's usually the other thing. Generous to the ends.
Should we be generous to the ends closer to that?
They're pretty smart, or aggressive. My collie doesn't look too active right now.
Doesn't smoking it really slow him down for a while?
It does, yeah. Now, the Queen still has two frames, each one of those compartments has two frames with a lot of sealed food. So it's going to come on pretty strong.
And they seal them, I don't remember now, 5 days?
No, I think it's the 8th day after the egg laid. So it'll be 3 days for the egg to hatch, and about 5 days.
That's right,
and then
5 days.
They seal.
5 days of larvae.
But see, the queen is only 15 days. So at one, if this has never occurred to me before, but when you go in there and see these queen cells, and you see a queen cell, both of them have larvae in it, but one of them is sealed and one is not sealed. I think they cut out the sealed one, because the unsealed one is off of the young egg or brood. But now I know a lot of people.
But in this case, we separated.
Yeah, you separate.
So
Yeah.
we've got the unsealed in one, and the sealed 2 or 3 cells on another tree.
Yeah.
On the other side.
But now, you know, a lot of these people that are going one in there with that 3 cells, cut 2 of them out and put them in with another tray of from there. But I hate to destroy the frames. But I mean, to do that, you also have to have a lot of food. And I'm sort of operating business, not in one of my teams. Don't forget your camera. See, here's the one I want to get started. I want to get these bees started in here.
And what is that the...
That's the one that's split down the middle. A nuke here and a nuke there. And that's my test for overwintering.
So that's why you've got the two bolts there for 2 entrances.
Yeah.
The bolts are there just to keep the mice out.
Usually, if I have these bolts open, then these bolts are closed, and the other side is open then. And but the mice, oh God, the mice just get in there and wreak havoc.
So is this the box that will move the queen after those 2 queen cells open up and start
Yeah.
laying, we'll move those into here.
Yeah. See, and you can always take a frame of brood and put it in with the queen. Okay, it's when you have the queen, 2 queens, that you're in trouble. So if you transfer a frame of brood and you're absolutely sure that there's no queen, but over here you've got a queen, you can make that transfer and everything will be all right. But if by accident you transfer that you have 2 queens, they'll fight it out and only one will survive.
Hopefully one will survive.
Yeah, well,
Sometimes they both get stung and
that I don't know.
both could die.
I suspect that's certainly true. But I've had really nice success with these. And, well.
Okay, Joe, I'm going to end the video.